Welcome to the Smite Force Chronicles, brought to you by Bob's Burgers. Burgers. Anyway, I don't think I was echoey today, right? That's good.
No, you were.
Oh, I was echoey. All of my stuff is acting suspect. All right, so everybody, we should be recording. All of this stuff has been updated. It always terrifies me when I change like everything at once because God only knows what's going to go wrong. So let me entertain you. Move this guy over here, and we shall play. Okay. So when we were last here, many fun things happened. You solved the puzzle of the Mummy King. Glory made her way to the sort of edge of the room with this box and this orb, and she attuned to it. And it is this thing called the Orb of Dragonkind. She needs to study it and understand it and get a little closer to it. But that was a fantastic thing. Upon solving that riddle, the gate to the vault one layer below opened up, and you made your way down some stairs. At the bottom of the stairway, you saw giant smears of blood. And I can't believe it, but my page is unresponsive. Good times. So let's start this game by restarting the app and going from there. You will all probably have to do the same. It might just be good to preemptively reload your game. You know, I will say that other game that we shan't name. It didn't crash as much.
I don't know.
Or did it?
Debatable.
Or did it?
I think you're putting that in a higher light than it deserves because we were riddled with issues with that game.
Really? Okay, so that's probably true. You know what I think would happen? I think, you know, when you guys said it locked up earlier, I don't think I refreshed this browser in the background while you guys were talking about it being laggy.
I would say I would agree that it probably didn't crash as much, but I think all the other issues made it so difficult to do anything. It might as well.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. And by the way, you'll keep getting this error says some issue with the Forge API, and I don't know what the hell that's all about. I can't find any way to fix it. I'll work on it.
I've had that from day one loading this, but I mean, it's never stopped the game working.
Or has it? Watch, we'll find out that's the problem. So, all right. Here we are. All right. So, Gloria, are you back? Maybe she's back. Maybe she's not. I wanted her to be here for the rundown. We'll give her 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Any questions before we dive in? I want to buy some time for her to say stuff. All right, we're just gonna start. Yeah, I think it's I don't want to burn up too much time. Plus, we know that Milan has to leave in short order. So, just a reminder of what you saw when you were last here. To chat. Right. So there were so many stairs. Right. So the stairway leading down to this lava-filled vault was a treacherous descent, with each step carved through the rough stone walls of the cavern. The heat emanating from the depths below is palatable, and the air is thick with the smell of molten rock. The walls of the stairway are adorned with ancient crumbling murals depicting long-forgotten battles and rituals. Your inner voice says, "What is this hot air? It smells of what is that?" Right? And then as you make your way down the winding stairs, you know, the roar of lava below grows louder and more menacing. Finally, you reach the bottom of the stairway and are confronted with a massive stone opening. Its borders etched with ominous symbols and warnings of death. It's clear that this vault holds great power and danger within its fiery depths. Just inside the door is something unpleasant. Several charred corpses lie ominously in the center of the room, their limbs twisted and blackened in the aftermath of some terrible experience. The smell of burning flesh hangs in the air, and the chill runs down the spine of anyone looking upon them. Their faces are contorted in pain and terror, frozen in the moment of their death. Scraps of cloth still cling to their charred remains, hinting at a past life that was cut tragically short. And here you are.
I want to see what's in this chest.
All right.
Shall
Yeah, I
we
see a
village?
couple of bags here too.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna pick up one in the bag right in front of me. Check that out.
Loot.
All right. So let's do the chest first. You want to open up the chest? Whoever is near it, you have to be within 5 feet.
Oh, okay. We have Alchemist's Fire, Canvas, a crowbar, a torch, a water skin, and some gold and silver.
All right. How are you guys dividing that up? Or are you just taking
Splitting
it
the
all?
currencies 6 ways. And I don't know what Alchemist's Fire is, but it sounds important.
Roll. I think that would be an Arcana check.
Okie dokie.
Might as well start the game with some rolling. Am I right?
For sure. Arcana.
And I think you've had this before. It's a weak ass roll, but what you know is because you've seen this used before. So even this week, it's like this sticky fluid, right? And it ignites when it's exposed to air. So basically, you can take a flask and throw this thing up to about 20 feet, and it shatters on impact. And it sort of makes a ranged attack against a creature and object. And it's basically an improvised weapon, right? So on a hit, they take 1d4 damage for fire at the start of each of their turn. So, and they have to do a dexterity check to extinguish the flames. So it's kind of like
Stop, drop, and roll type situation.
Exactly.
All right, I'll take one of those. Anyone else want one?
How many
Anyone-
are there?
There's one more.
I feel like that's something Glory would want.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's
All right.
also canvas, crowbar, torch, water skin.
Ooh,
I
water
split
skin.
the currency 6 ways. Did it do that?
It did, but if there's a remainder, you can take the rest of the gold for yourself. So whoever's opening the box, just take whatever's left, or just leave it in the box. It doesn't matter.
I'm guessing the water skin is probably just to hold water, so that you could drink it.
Water skin. You guys know this innately. Water
I already
skin.
have one.
Yeah, you all have water skins. It's part of your adventuring gear. However, if we get back into the world, which I'm toying with, where you actually have to manage, food and water and drink every day and all that, they become handy. But they also do weigh. They weigh something. They're full of water. So
All right. Someone else can pop open the chest if they want the Alchemist's Fire. I'm going to close.
I'm gonna open up the bag in front of me.
which bag is that? Oh, the one in front of you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
In front of me.
What do you got? What's in yours?
Another Alchemist Fire, some gold, and a couple of potions of vitality.
Yeah, so looking at that
Ooh.
gold is not just gold coins. Those are gold ingots, and each of them is worth roughly 50 gold.
Oh,
Sweet.
so we'll split the currency. Did that?
Well,
Did
there
I
was
get
no
split?
there's no currency. These are items.
Okay. Anyone want? I'm gonna take the ring of feather falling and the one potion of vitality.
The Ring of Feather Falling? What's that?
Oh, did I forget to mention that?
You did.
Yeah, you.
Oh.
Classic
Well,
Dinjarin.
It helps you fall slowly.
It helps you what?
Are we falling very much?
You never know.
Hey, what was the thing? Okay, how do you see everything that's in the thing in the?
You have to. So this is like the real world. You can't open a chest that you're not next to. So you need to move to what you want to open up. But let me know who's doing what.
Oh, we can't put things in our group inventory like we used to be able to in this system.
No, but you will be able to next time. I'm creating a group inventory, but like that's a little unrealistic because you don't have a wagon that you guys pull behind you. So technically, you guys should be carrying everything.
So I guess I can carry the 4 gold ingots, and then once we get back to our keep, we could put it in our group thing. Or if someone else wants to carry it, I guess because it kind of depends on who's close to being encumbered.
Yeah, and so I don't know if you guys know this, but if you click on one of your other characters, you can hit in the lower left-hand corner something that's called trade.
Oh.
Ah.
I think that was that when I was playing around with it, it looked like it was to trade the control of a character.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I played around with it. I couldn't get it to trade an item. I could only trade the control of my character with someone else.
Well, that's not useful.
All right,
So-
I just opened the second bag there, and it is just currencies. So we have 1 copper, 50 gold, and 210 silver.
Good haul.
I will split that. I'm hoping those are gold ingots too, or is that just straight gold?
Which
It
one?
would look like a bar. If it's a gold ingot, it'll look like a bar. That's what mine looked like.
Yeah, mine looks like a bar.
Then it's probably gold ingots.
Yep. So you look like you have in
Can we
the.
distribute the golden Jaren?
We can't distribute the gold ingots, so I'm just carrying it until we get there,
Oh, okay.
where we could drop it off.
Yeah. So yeah, so there's we'll create a group backpack that you'll be able to put group stuff in, and you can trade things that way. I think you can. I think you can drop from your inventory to the canvas to the map, and then someone else can pick it up.
Last time I tried that, remember, it was an empty thing. There was nothing there.
Oh yeah, so we'll have to maybe on the side we'll do some testing on it and see what we can do.
Yeah,
All right,
when I did some research, there is like a module a plugin you have to turn on to allow us to trade with each other.
Yeah, that's supposed to be on. That's but we'll just have to test it out.
Okay.
Hey, so there's just as a heads up, I want to move you guys on. There's like canvas, crowbars, torches, and water skins left in the crate. Does anyone want those?
I think I already have a crowbar.
All right.
Check.
I'll pick the canvas only because since our DM is kind of pointing out if anyone wants them, I kind of feel like we may need some of these items.
No, I'm literally just calling them out. There's no promises that you'll actually need them.
So there's another potion of vitality, and there's I forgot what the other. Oh, the alchemist fire in the bag that's right in front of me. If anyone wants those.
And
I'll move
Stefanos,
out
are
of
you
the way.
engaging in any of this, or yay or nay?
Do you want to inspect the bodies?
Can anyone else not hear Stefanos?
Or investigate? Yeah, you're bleeping in and out, Stefanos.
Hold on, let me retry.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I said I'll pass.
Oh, you're really what's the word I'm looking for? The audio is very spotty.
You guys hear me now?
You're cutting off when at the like we heard. Can you hear me like that? But who am I to judge? All right, so you guys ready to move on? There's still stuff left in that sack, and you guys leaving the alchemist fire and the potion of vitality behind?
I wouldn't mind the alchemist fire. I tried
right.
splitting the currencies, but it's still showing that there's lots in here.
I think it's just change. If you can't divide it evenly.
Okay, I'll take that. Close the lid. And then I will.
Oh, there's
And what the potion of vitality does, well, I can't see it now. I just closed. All right, so that's cool.
Oh, I just took it.
No, that's good. That's good. So that's all gone. That's all gone. Everyone else is good.
Yep.
So you hear the lid slam down on the crate, and you're good to go. All right. So what you're left with is there's a couple of corpses. There's two right in the room with you. There's one in the sort of the doorway. And Tyros, like it's right in front of you. What do you guys want to do?
I'd like to investigate it.
The
All right.
corpses?
Yeah. So go
Yeah,
ahead and
corpse, yeah.
roll an investigation check.
Yes, David.
I'm investigating too.
Oh.
I guess I should move over to the
Oh,
corpses.
did you steal his skin?
Sorry. This is
Yeah, I was like,
that was for
Weirdo.
what just happened?
Weirdo.
I didn't do anything.
no that.
You guys thought I'm bad. Jeez, I had to get a
What did I
corpse.
do?
Yeah, that was.
I need a disguise.
I need to move you, Tempe, just for a second.
Put the lotion on the skin.
Too now.
Yeah, sorry about that. Those are just I'm locking them so that you guys don't see in them until you're ready. So they'll turn back into corpses in just a second. Although I kind of like that. I think when you loot them, they should turn into skeletons.
That was
So-
Spider-Man skin.
All right, so your investigation check. So you got Tempe looking, Tyros is looking, and you guys are looking at the first corpse. There's a 13, a 15. Tyros, you don't see much, but this first corpse is sort of outfitted in an ominous black and purple hood. It hangs down to sort of their waist if they were standing. It's heaped in a mixture of flesh and ash. It's still it's still lifeless form, illuminated by the glow of light coming from the opening. The air is heavy with the smell of death. This body appears to have been the victim of some kind of brutal attack. What is left of its face and body are charred beyond recognition. A chill runs up your spine, making the hairs on the back of your neck stand up as you think about what could have done this. Whatever happened to this adventure, it died, clutching its bag. So you see, it's holding this backpack. Right.
Guys, I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead. You're role playing. Go for it.
No, I was saying, as I'm piecing all of this together and seeing that this corpse is like holding onto a bag, the thing that runs through my head is, don't dragons like to treasure, or don't they like protect treasure? And I'm like kind of saying that out loud. Everyone. Anyways.
So while she's saying that, I'm looking at all the corpses and I'm trying to figure out if it looks like they were coming out and trying to leave this area, or were they going and trying to get into the area?
Like stealing the
so-
treasure.
So you roll an investigation check while David and Tyros, what you see in the hand of this adventurer is this sort of backpack. And this charred backpack lies among the remains of the fallen in a cave dank with smoke and the smell of burnt flesh. Its leather is singed and tattered. However, the bag is somewhat familiar, and you're not sure why. What was once an adventurer's bag of holding now lay burnt and forgotten, a grim reminder of the battle that took place here. The cavern is filled with ash and soot, and the air is thick with the smell of death, yet the backpack remains mostly unscathed, as if the flames of the battle had held it in a gentle embrace, protecting it from the destruction that surrounded it.
So,
I'd like to roll an investigation check to see if I don't know if I need to roll for it, but do these corpses smell of sulfur? Like, what was the cause of fire?
Yeah.
What I'd like to know is, was it dragon's breath, or were they set ablaze by a flying arrow?
Yeah. You can roll a perception check for me. What's your passive perception?
guys, I don't touch the bag yet. Because every time I freaking touch something comes alive. So let's just not be touching things, all right, Dinjarin?
Yeah. So you do smell.
I've got a 13.
Yeah, you do smell sulfur. It's not necessarily pervasive from these bodies, which really smell a little bit like Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
Sorry, the no, but that it's sort of permeating from the entire area, right? You smell a mixture of sort of sulfur and ash and metal, right? And it smells a little bit like a it reminds you of a smith's shop where they make weapons.
Like a forge. Okay.
Yeah.
So that sulfur could be coming from the lava that's further down the hallway.
How do you know about that?
I can see.
Cheating.
So that first Tyros, right in front of you, that first adventure is opened up. If you want to double click it and look at what he has.
I would like to look at what he has. Oh my goodness! Right, he's got some interesting stuff. There is.
And there's only enough room for one person to rifle through the bag, so a gentleman's agreement that only Tyros will be looking, because you choose what you want to share with everyone.
Well, Tyros is pretty honest with the group, so he's going to be sharing everything that he sees.
All right.
There's an Arconic Wayfinder case. It looks like a wooden ornate case with some jewelry on there. I don't know if I can open this up. There's an Arcana Wayfinder. It's a drawing. It's a map here. Do I have any way of sharing this with the group?
I do. So you want me to share it with them?
The Wayfinder box and the drawing, yes. Aside from that, there's the backpack, a bone fragment, a skull, and some teeth. So this is the Wayfinder box.
Yeah, so you have that. I also sent it to the chat. Paul.
Do we think we might need this to make our way through whatever we're about to enter?
This might be interesting. It might work with the drawing as well. There's a map here.
All right, so let me open it up, and I will send that to the chat. I will also show it to you guys. There's a sort of.
I don't know if the two are related in any way.
There's a sort of hand-drawn map. Right, so let's do this first. So, he shares this map with you, and it's this parchment has some crude drawings of Flan, of all places, and there seems to be 3 locations noted. There's a location labeled Goblin Caves with the words top and portal, right? And this sort of rings familiar. You've been there, right? You've been to the Goblin Caves, and you recall a portal, right? There's no specific directions to that location, but it is at least roughly noted on the map. There's a location labeled Crypt with a few details. It also mentions a portal. The only other notes seem to be like Crypt entrance and tides, right? Again, this also seems familiar. It's like you've been on the same journey. And further, sort of off to the right, there seems to be some sort of a parts list scribbled onto the drawing itself. Now, you've been in Flan long enough to also recognize that stamp, the BC OTD, Black Cult of the Dragon. That's pretty clear. So, your Spidey sense says this is likely a cultist, and how they got here and why they're here, and all of that sort of remains unknown and unseen. But yeah, there's
Is Tyros sharing showing the map to all of us?
Yeah, I can also reshare it if you can. So as I'm describing it, so it'll be easier to see.
Yeah, I see it. I just got excited as he's looking at it. I'm like, guys, we can have an airship. We just have to go take it over from whoever has it.
Ah, yeah, you notice that there's an airship noted on this thing.
That's priority.
Yeah, you also can connect, like it says case, vault, and Tyros, you did indeed find something that was a case of some sort.
Ooh, a portal.
Sorry about all the noise.
That's okay.
Yeah,
There's
the rest that's in here is There's just there's some bone fragments, a skull, and some teeth. I don't know. Dave and Jaren, do you think these are even worth taking?
I like bones and teeth. I mean, we might need them for a ritual.
Actually, yeah. Let me ask. Hey, Glory, what do you think?
Y'all. What?
All right.
I was focused on the hallway, and look, I was curious.
Well, in this burnt knapsack, there's a skull and some bone fragments and teeth. I don't know if they really mean anything. I don't know if we need them for.
Oh, you
if
definitely
you want
need
them for a ritual.
Yeah, you need them for spells, but what are they? A bone skull?
It's just a bone fragment. It's there's some tendon still on here.
Lunch.
And there's a skull and some teeth.
Definitely want the skull and the teeth.
All right, do you want to come over here and grab them?
Yeah.
I'll pop out.
And while you're doing that, and you were describing this box to them as well, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I just grabbed the box and the.
All right. So this decorative box is made of solid oak. It seems. There's intricate carvings along the sides and the lid, displaying scenes of dragons and battles. And in Glory, you're like dragons. This lid is hinged at the back and fastened with an iron clasp in the front. On the inside, the box is lined with velvet. It's slightly discolored from whatever it used to hold. The outside of this box is polished to a glossy finish, and the sides have gems embedded in the sides redundantly. So on the front of this box seem to be a variety of controls and instruments. It's unclear what they do or how to use them. Your inner voice said, if I spend a bit of time with this, I think I might be able to. But at that moment...
Wait.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Tyros, how would I take this?
This.
You cut out there,
A little
Glory.
bit. Maybe I can kind of use my mana knowledge to what?
You cut out. We
Oh.
missed.
You cut out.
Sorry, sorry. I was talking to myself. Sorry. No, why don't I take a look at this box and spend some time thinking about it? I have a lot of Arcana knowledge, especially around dragons. I could probably figure something out. See if I notice anything. I'll let you know.
Yeah, sure. Let me
Hey guys,
pass that over to you.
so I'm wondering.
In the bag is still the skull and the bones and the teeth are still in the bag on that skeleton. I haven't taken those.
Okay, well, just you hold on to those for now, just in case.
So as you guys are chatting, all around you, you hear 3 loud splats of something that drops to the floor. Roll for initiative.
Dang it. That's what I was just about to say, guys. I was like, hey, I'm kind of curious if there's other things in here with us because.
So yeah, these 3 ochre-colored gelatinous things drop to the floor all around you from the ceilings. You've spent so much time investigating these bodies down below, you didn't think to look up. So here you are, surrounded by ochre jellies. Everyone, please roll for initiative.
Oops. Something's not working. Like the.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
It's not letting me. Yeah.
It's not letting you.
Roll
Not letting
for
us roll.
initiative.
Yeah, I clicked it, but it didn't do anything.
Yes.
Oh. Did something pop up?
No.
Oh,
Hey, there's
roll.
mine. You
Wait.
can roll a d20.
Well, okay, so hold on. So
Yeah,
no
but
one
that
can
doesn't set initiative.
roll at all then.
No, I
No.
see.
Not the initiative in the combat tracker. No.
Yeah, I see the initiative thing on the combat tracker, but it does nothing right now.
Well, Did it prompt you for anything just now? Okay, are you guys rolling initiative or are you guys just rolling dice?
It looks like they're just rolling dice because it doesn't say initiative. It would say initiative next to it.
Yeah,
if
I
it was.
just rolled the dice to test, but yeah, I couldn't roll initiative either.
I also learned I can't pop the combat tracker out. Like if I right click at the top, that's not working.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine dropped out.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I can't roll for you either.
I'm trying to roll initiative even above the HUD or from the HUD, but even that one's not working.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let me see if... Well, you know, you're not going to be missing anything. Let me see if I can do it this way.
Yeah, even from our character sheet, it doesn't work either.
Hold on. Add players. Public role. Initiative. Show. Request with roll. Request. Okay, did you guys get a thing that asked you to roll initiative? Let's see if it works this way.
Oh, there. Yeah.
I heard something, but I don't.
Yeah, it's in the chat window,
Oh, I see.
but it's still not working.
Yeah,
I don't have it.
not doing anything either.
Are you kidding me? An unknown error
I got
occurred.
an error. Oh.
Well,
Here. I'll
Should we
roll
just
for
re-
everybody. Okay, who wants to go first?
I go first.
no,
14.
that's not how this works.
Okay. Who's going next?
No, I'm rolling for you guys.
18. Oh, you don't want me to use my real dice?
Okay, hold
I
on.
have
Maybe
these cool dragon ones.
somehow I just rolled for somehow I just rolled for Tempe.
Okay, just so you guys know, I clicked refresh and it is taking a long time to get me back on. Oh, wait.
I bought these.
Okay, hold on. I figured out a way to do it. I can right click over it and I can say reroll initiative. Reroll
By the
initiative.
way,
So
I'm supposed to have advantage on my initiative rolls because the
We all have it.
No, it's specifically for my Baphomet Maul that I have.
I think it did that, right? Because
Okay.
it rolled you 2 dice. Ochre jelly, reroll initiative. No, now I can't roll initiative for the monsters.
I look like I
Put them at the bottom, and that's fine.
I can't begin
They're
combat.
sludges. They really have no.
The token this actor references no longer exists in this world. Okay, hold on. Let me add some more of them. This is
What?
nauseating. So I have to add 3 monsters because that didn't work. Maybe that was the issue. Monsters.
You know what's kind of ironic is that we were just talking how we had so many issues with the old system.
Yeah, exactly.
So
There's-
we know that there's a endless supply of these lobsters because they're all coming from the ceiling, right? So I think we should just move out of
Well, you
here
know-
and not make. We don't want to shake the walls, kind of thing. Dear, what happened?
Okay, the ochre jellies have rolled. And let me hit begin combat. Let's see if anything else doesn't work.
Oh, now I can. Oh wait.
Oh,
no,
okay,
I
so-
targeted myself. Damn it.
Somehow I had broken something. So Tyros, you are up. These gelatinous things drop from the ceiling. You heard Glory mention that there's an endless supply, but you don't think that could possibly be true. These are living organisms. Just leaving that hanging.
Should before we attack them, just kind of get a sense of what they are like.
No,
Roll it.
we attack.
So you're at the.
But if we, it might help us know how to attack them, though.
I'm pretty sure that they absorb things like jelly, and you probably need to explode them from the inside like jelly, and then they'll splatter everywhere. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Or they could be like a gelatinous cube that if you
Love the
put anything
confidence,
in it,
Glory.
it melts them.
So
Milk
Glory,
them?
you know, your leader, because leader was Glory was the last declared leader. So your leader is like, you know, I'm not having that. I'm just gonna go start hitting stuff. You guys are welcome. So Tyros, are you going to follow the lead of your leader, or are you gonna do your own thing?
Oh, I just saw this blob fall down, and the first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna blast it with.
Okay, so this is the planning. This is the planning stage. So Glory speaks for the team. Are you beginning combat, or does anyone disagree and want to do anything before we begin combat?
I want to.
Oh.
I want to see if I could ascertain what they are and like what might hurt them.
All right, so Glory, you notice you're like kill the jellies, and Dinjarin's like, hold up, I want to think about this for a second. So go ahead and roll a nature check.
Oh, and of course I have a -2. Woo! Come on, high roll. Not so
Yeah,
high roll.
you it's that's a crappy roll, but you know you just sort of, even with that roll, you question how much damage slashing would do to something made of jelly.
Slash. Blow up from the inside.
All right,
Does anyone have peanut butter?
so you're in combat. Tyros, your leader has said, kill these things. Go
No,
for it.
I had an epiphany. I reach out and I say no, because if you split them in half, then they multiply. So back away. Back away.
Is someone Googling monsters?
No, I'm not. I just had an epiphany. I was just thinking about Ghostbusters. Was it Ghostbusters?
I was Googling them.
Ghostbusters 2.
Ghostbusters 2. They multiply in Ghostbusters 2. So just back away. Back away.
All right. Well, I've got advantage on this guy. I can take him down.
No. Stop. I'm right
All
next
right,
to you. I push you.
Yeah. So
I push you.
Tyros kind of goes into this slight little alcove and hides.
Okay. Glory. Take a step.
And that is my turn.
All right. Stefanos, you're up.
I think I'm going to. Is this what happened? Oh, great, Julie. I'm gonna step back on this.
All right, so Stefanos sort of trounces across the corpse, steps to the side of the room. Are you taking an action? Are you readying yourself, or what's the plan?
I'm gonna ready myself.
All right, and you're readying yourself to do what? So what's the scenario? If this happens, then you're doing what?
I'm going to take my potion of fire.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Can't open my head.
You click the little cross, swords in the left-hand side.
Actually, I'm going to use it. Oh, I guess I lost it.
You lost what?
My item, potion of fire.
It's probably not equipped, so you probably need to go into your inventory by going into your character sheet. I mean, it's not going to show up in your HUD naturally.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going to just ready myself with my clasp.
Okay, so and which jelly are you? I mean, what in general is going to happen?
Readying myself against. Do I set the target to the jelly of interest?
Well, if you're just yeah, you can if you want. No, that wouldn't be bad.
That's all. Yep, set the target. And
Okay.
then that's my turn.
Awesome. Alexandria is up. I believe she had to step away, correct?
Yeah.
Sadly, she was here for all of the talk, but none of the play. But also then she also didn't have to do the tech support stuff. So I think Alexandria, she's right next to this ochre jelly. I wager that she would attack the ochre jelly.
No.
No, you don't think she would?
No. I think she's smart. I think she's really smart, and she has come to the same conclusion that we've come to, and she'll be ready if it attacks her, but she's gonna start stepping away. She doesn't want to get jelly on her wings. That could weigh her down, so she can't fly anymore.
Do you all agree that she would just step away?
Yeah. I think we're all kind of stepping away. That's the plan.
All right.
I think she'd follow what the group is doing.
I think she would try to talk to them and say, "Hey, come on!"
Yeah, especially with her pacifist nature.
She would try to talk. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I
And
agree with
see if
that.
they know anything about the black.
So she's like, hey, what are your intentions, dear sir? And she has no idea what this ochre jelly is saying. So to your point, following your guidance, she begins to sort of step away, from the ochre jelly. Unfortunately, that's not going to work. She's going to try to step away, but this ochre jelly is going to take an opportunity attack because it is literally right on top of her. So,
I didn't figure out what it was.
yeah, so let's untarget this. So I say this guy targets
She would
this
probably
person.
talk to it about communism or something.
Exactly. So it's going to attack with its pseudopod. And it's going to attack her.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh.
Yeah. Jelly. You can get rid of it by water. Nice
You know what?
water.
Could we freeze it and then smash it?
Yeah, so it
Oh,
missed.
yeah.
It missed,
Oh,
and she reacts. So she does move, like to the center of the room next to Glory, her fearless leader, and
Yeah,
ends
she
her
should be
turn.
Going down.
You think she should have moved where? Down the hall?
I think she would. Yeah, I think she'd start moving down the hall. I don't think she'd go towards the middle of the room.
All right.
She's an independent person. She's not.
There's a
She's not
15.
one to like.
All right. So then I'll follow the leader's advice. She starts to run down the hall, leaving you guys to sort of fend for yourself. This ochre jelly attacks Glory by sort of oozing around you, right?
Lovely.
And it's sort of between all of you. So it hits you, I think, with its pseudopod. And it hits.
Oh, it's the glass.
And does 11 points of damage to you. Still has a little bit of movement left, but it doesn't want to move away because it's sort of surrounded by all y'all.
Okay.
This next pseudopod moves, and they can only move about 10 feet, so it moves a little closer, like it's coming after you guys. Gloria, but the good news is it's now your turn.
Okay, this is what I want everyone to do. So, I want them to mold into one. So what we need to do is get them together, because what I want to do is use my alchemist fire to throw it into them and burn them alive. That's what I want to do. So
Cool.
we get them to merge together. So Dinjarin, try to get them to... Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my cantrip to create a small wonder in between all three of them. so
Okay.
that they focus on that and they all attack that one thing. So I want something that's very like entertaining and very like, you know.
Okay, you have
What's
to be
it called?
you have to be very specific because you're manifesting a small wonder.
Energetic. Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
I want this creature to be like a human that looks threatening and looks like it's going to attack them, but is also very animated and catching their attention.
Okay, what is that?
Like
You have to be specific.
human.
Like,
a human warrior thing, Mulan. I don't know. What do you mean?
because like you're manifesting. Your brain is creating an image. So is this like a merchant, a clown? You need to be specific about what it is you're manifesting.
A warrior.
Oh, a
I said
warrior.
A warrior. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. All right, so warrior. So this warrior. Oops, my bad. I did not mean to put a note there. That's my bad. Give me 1 second, guys. I chose the wrong thing. File control. Delete. My client has become unbelievably unresponsive. If I bring this up.
Wait, this isn't it.
Wait, do you see something?
No.
Damn it. Oh, I see what's going on. Never mind. I have to click this button here. Token. Not an art, no, it's a tile. Now I'm gonna drop him on there for you. So you wanted this sort of glorious warrior looking dude.
Hold on. Before you do that, I just realized the spell that I just did is not the one that I used to have when we were in the other game.
I don't know what you're saying.
I have thaumaturgy twice in my cantrip. I used to have thaumaturgy, which I just make like a small wonder, and it's like one of these things, like flickering lights or whatever. But I used to have one where I could create like a ghost-like figure that looked like a human and could like look at things, but it couldn't actually like hold anything. And I don't have that anymore, but I have two thaumaturgies.
Do you recall what that was called? Does anyone remember?
I do know that Dinjarin has one exactly like it.
So I used to have thermography as well, but I think I lost it when we moved over because I think it was one that I wasn't supposed to have. I think there was a miss thing. I have dancing lights that I could create something with, but that's because I'm a drow. That's a drow trait. So I don't know if you would have dancing lights. Possibly.
So
I'm looking at your spells. Can the next person who's up start to think about what they're gonna do?
Yep, I already know.
All right. It was not hex. It wasn't illusionary script. It wasn't. Can you start googling in it? Because I don't want to spend the whole game trying to cruise through looking for something that does what you're saying. Because I don't remember. I remember you manifesting something. I remember you manifesting something, but we need to do this stuff.
I think it was I think she had unseen servant. Where
yes,
she,
that's it. That's what it is.
Make something that could go get something, but no one could see it. It was essentially a corporeal form where it could do things for you, but because it's unseen, no one would be able to see it anyway.
All right, let me see here. Unseen servant, and that is a cantrip.
That's not going to work.
Hold on, unseen servant. Drag it to you. You now have unseen servant. It's a first level spell.
Yeah, but then...
Yeah, so you can look at it now. It says, yeah, the spell creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless, medium force that performs simple tasks at your command. Yeah, so I think you're confusing this with Curtis's dancing lights. As a matter of fact, I think your thermology. I got rid of your second one, by the way. It's a voice. You can cause flames, tremors, instantaneous sounds. Yeah, so like this dude can't exist. You can't manifest a person. What you did, if you remember, in the Goblin Caves, is you moved around a ghost. We made it a ghost, so you could sort of see where it was at, and it went around doing things for you, but no one could see it. And that was kind of the point.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right. So what's your action? So knowing that, like, what's your action?
So I want to. I just honestly, I just want to walk away. I can't move my character for some. So I want to just get away from the blob.
You can't move your character?
No.
Is your token control set to the person in the upper left-hand corner, that little person icon?
Yeah.
Can anyone else?
Glory?
Yeah, you should be able to move it. I can move it. Can anyone else? Well, it's not when it's their turn.
Oh, you know why? It's probably because the time limit was over. Maybe that's why.
No, I couldn't even change. I couldn't even do it while the timer was going. Okay. Okay, you know what I want to do? I still want to do thermography, but I'm gonna have thermography in between. I'm gonna try to use fire to push it towards the other being. So I'm going to put right behind the two of them.
Okay.
So I'm going to. Oh wait, I already did it, so I don't have to do it twice. Anyways, I'm gonna do that and put it and kind of push, and hopefully the fire will push them towards their friend. And then,
right, so you're doing thermology. You can create a fire here, right?
Yeah,
solid.
or just like create. You cause flames to flicker, brighten and dim. Yeah.
So if I click this guy and this, click this, and I make it go fiery. My macros aren't working. Oh no, there it is. Now you see fire, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you created fire next to the ochre jellies. Right, so unless they're immune to fire, they're gonna probably want to get away from the fire. Is that about the right size, by the way?
Yeah.
It's about 5 foot by 5 foot. Okay. Cool. So you created. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know how to end my turn right now, so.
At the bottom of the combat tracker, it says, I think there's a little next turn or something.
I know I don't have that anymore.
I'll do it for you. Next turn. All right.
Thanks.
Then Jaren, you are up. Gloria's lit fire behind these ochre jellies. She's hoping that on their turns, they move away from the fire, which would mean they're moving towards you.
I'm going to use my dancing lights, and I'll roll it just to. Oh, that's weird. Okay, something is happening because it's saying I'm already concentrating on dancing lights, even though I haven't cast it or anything.
Yeah, I feel like whatever updates they just did this week have broken everything.
Yeah, and what I am planning to do is. Oh, and I can't draw either.
Where do you want it? Just tell me where you want your dancing lights.
Like right at the bottom of the stairs, between the one that's kind of in the hallway area and the one that's right next to the stairs. Right between those two at the bottom of the stairs, I'm putting all 4 of my dancing lights together to look like a figure of some sort of powerful, like mage, like just another companion, like someone that just all of a sudden appeared that they may have to deal with or fight with to kind of help, hopefully with the fire, and that they'll kind of head towards that person or that thing. It's medium size and just kind of human-like shape is all I'm able to do with it. But
all right, so let me draw. Is there a? You guys see a circle on the screen?
I see the red one where the fire is, but that's it. Oh, there you go.
All right, so there's that, and we're just going to fill with some lights. Solid line.
And then
Same
with
thing, whatever.
with that, I am
You're updating.
also gonna just back up and go like right there.
All right. So there was that, right? That's what you're asking for.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. And the goal of that is what? It distracts them.
Yeah, my hope is, like, hearing Glory say we need to get them together and distract them somehow. It was to try to get them distracted and focused on this thing that all of a sudden appeared near them that is human-like or like a shaped like a person, so that they will potentially attack that and not the group.
Okay.
With that, the fact that since Glory also did a fire, they may go towards that, away from the fire, and all kind of gather in that one area.
All right. So that's the so you have some dancing lights and you have some fire. You're trying to confuse these organisms.
And
Got
then
it.
I moved back into the further into the thing.
All right, Tempe, this brings you to you, right? Like all of your casters are like casting all sorts of decorative stuff and fire and lights. Given all of that, what do you do?
Well, I don't have anything to cast, but I do have torches. So I want to drop like 3 torches at the entrance to this corridor and then hop over them and go towards Alexandria.
All right, so you're gonna drop some torches.
Mm.
Right, so
So do I have to like pull those out of my inventory? I have 10, so.
all right, so let me grab some torches for you, and you want to drop them.
Yeah, like across the the little hallway right in front of me, and then I'm just gonna dash.
And how many?
3 or let's do 5.
All right, 5 it is. You're gonna do 5 of your torches. Grab some torches, and we're gonna do 1. Oh, that's way too big. That is not how big a torch would be.
These aren't tiki torches; they're hand torches.
There we go. Oh, don't like that aspect ratio. Let me grab these. I'm gonna do this off screen for just a second. You wanted 5 of them?
Yeah.
D, B, 1. 2. Whenever something doesn't work for me, I have to remember that I'm on a Mac, and I can't use my control this and control that. Okay, and then 5 of them. Thanks for making it 5, pal.
Sorry, I mean, as many as is gonna,
No, it's okay.
cause these blobs to think twice about crossing them, and of course they're lit, right?
Yeah, I was saying you wanted them lit, right? That was the sort of the idea.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna allow this, but I think realistically you'd probably only be able to do 1 at a time. But
Okay. Well, we can do 1.
no, I think for moving us forward on this one, I think we're gonna be okay. Okay, so let me do this. Shift, and then I'm gonna move it into place. Select all those. Light them up. All right, so we're moving them into place. Fuck. Oops. All right, so you sort of grab these torches and you sort of throw them in the doorway. Hopefully you guys see them.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so basically, Tempe, you guys on the outside of this room see Tempe like toss 5 lit torches into the doorway. Those of you on the inside see the same thing. But you guys have different feelings about this. Those on the outside feel pretty okay. Like, these are going to keep those ochre jellies inside that room. They're not going to want to cross that fire. Those of you in the room are thinking to yourself, holy crap, he's trapped the ochre jellies in the room with us. We've got dancing lights, we've got fire, we're confusing the... Like, this is probably going to aggro these things. So there you go.
I do find it a little...
contain him to a small area and
Yeah,
promising
you did. I think you have effectively contained him to the small area that contains your fellow travelers.
I find it hilarious that the two
guys
evil
can escape.
characters aren't safe.
That the what?
The two characters with their evil alignment are the safe ones.
Or is that, you know, the people that jetted from the room? And I think Glory was right. I think that Alexandria would have jetted in that scenario. So I think we played that one right. All right. So the ochre jelly is now up, and it's not very bright, right? It seems to be unimpressed and uninterested. You know, in this light, it's kind of dumb. Not much of a brain fits into a jelly, so it's, you know, it doesn't know that fire is there until it gets to it about its 10 feet mark. So it's there, and it does see it does, you know, suddenly feel the heat on the fire, but it's used all of its movement. But alas, it can't do anything right now other than end its turn. So hopefully this works now. Everyone, I want you to re-roll your initiative. Is it working? Can anyone roll?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
somehow I had
Take me a
put
minute.
somehow I had broken the rolling. Let me roll for Alexandria. Dinjarin hasn't rolled. All right, and we go to the next round. So Alexandria is up. What do you think Alexandria would do? She sees this thing, this fire, you know. She can move a good 35 feet. And in case you guys always wondered why she appears on the top, she has a +5 for initiative. So what do you think she would do?
Oh,
Well,
I would think Alexandria might
the other
fly above the three jellies, so out of range from them, but above them to try and maybe even corral them. a
yeah,
little
she
bit
she
tighter.
can't get back in. They're in a doorway. Like there's 5 torches
are they?
lit in a
Oh.
doorway. And she's not gonna. There's no way that she's gonna do that. But I will say that, you know, she steps. Oh, where's the chat? She steps. You know what she sees as she steps through, and Tempe and Dinjarin, you both see the same thing. There's this massive lava-filled vault is a sight to behold, you know, and she's seeing all this with the heat behind her. The walls and floors of shimmering gold reflect the orange glow of the molten rock that surrounds it. The heat is almost unbearable, but the prospect of all this gold is too tempting, you know, to resist. And as you make your way, you can't help but to feel a sense of awe at the sheer size and wealth of this chamber. The floor is covered in piles of glittering gold coins, sparkling jewels, and other precious treasures. It's clear that this vault has been untouched for centuries, and the loot within is almost unimaginable. But with such great wealth comes great danger, and you can't shake the feeling that you're not alone in this fiery chamber. So the floor is slick with a layer of blood, you know, covered by gold. Which unfortunately has melted into sort of pools in places, creating sort of this shimmering golden sea. There's gems embedded in the gold, and they sparkle in the light of the lava that runs throughout the giant cavern, casting a warm, ominous glow. The air is thick with that sweet smell of molten metal and the sound of trickling lava and gold. The cavern has a feeling of both danger and wonder, luring you to the promise of wealth beyond measure, but also warning of the perils that lie within. Your inner voice is like, gods be damned. This gold has melted into deceptive piles of treasure, infused with gems, trinkets, and other riches. It will take weeks to excavate this treasure. What happened here? What ruined this gold? This is heartbreaking. Now, it's not all bad news. Scattered throughout the vault, you see various crates, sacks, and treasure chests. They look fine enough. Like they look in fine enough shape, not ruined like much of the loose gold and treasure. Off to the right, slumped in the corner, sits a corpse. Perfect, another corpse. In your mind, you check a little box next to the word corpse. 2 more, and you get a free sandwich at Madame Friona's. There's a narrative. So, Alexandria's in this room. You know, she can't really get back into, into the area that you guys are in. Those torches are going to burn for about 2 hours. So, I'm wondering...
I have fire resistance, so I can walk through them.
Awesome. So Alexandria, she says to Tempe,
So what's your game plan here? Are we abandoning the others?
No, they can run around the blobs and the torches.
Awesome. So do you think we should hang tight in case something goes awry, or should we just proceed?
I'm gonna hang tight. We got to make sure they get out.
That makes sense. I'm gonna find a good place to sort of hunker down and just ready myself in case any of them make their way across the torches.
I also think that Alexandria would look up. Since she is a flying creature, I think that she has an instinct to look above her. I think she would investigate the ceiling to see if any more blobs are up there, or like what her flying height is.
Yeah, I agree. I think so. Alexandria does. She sees that the ceilings are in the main vault pretty tall. In the doorway, not tall enough to fly in. She doesn't see where she's at anything special up above, other than this vault area is massive, and she thinks that at least for moments she can fly. She's not going to be able to stay up in the air for very long, but she can definitely fly her way around and make the most of her flying ability. And with that, Alexandria ends her turn. Dinjarin, you're up.
I want to do something, but my fear is they don't have eyes, so I don't think it'll work.
All right.
Anything fire related or water related?
Gloria, you and Dinjarin can't talk to each other. You're in different rooms.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So really quick, I want to take a quick look around and look at the walls. I know Alexandria looked at the ceiling, but do the walls seem dry because of the heat and the fire, or are they slippery, or like?
Yeah, they seem dry. They almost have a sheen to them from sort of the heat having baked them. Much like a pizza oven or a fireplace has that soot and sort of shininess.
Okay. Then, like, I guess, can I see? It looks like I could definitely see the one. Like, because if I have my character selected, whatever is lit up, I can see technically.
You
right?
can see what you can see. Yes.
Okay. Cool. So what I'll do to help everyone out, and then where is it? I am going to use Bane, and I will see how I can How do you select 2 characters again?
I think you just did it. How did you do it so you can tell everybody else so they can learn?
I used Alt.
Awesome.
To do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Bane on these two creatures. So with that, whenever if they both have to make charisma saving throws, and whenever a target fails the saving throw, makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract that.
All right.
I am too far away, so I'll step a little bit closer. And then.
All right. And your turn. So take your action. Your turn's over.
Yeah.
And how long does your dancing lights last, by the way?
Well, I'm breaking the concentration to do Bane, so.
Okay, so it's going to be gone?
Yeah.
All right. And how long does yours last, Glory? Ooh. So you did crit, correct?
I can't tell if I did or not.
So you cast Bane. Oh, Yeah, so the first ochre jelly succeeded, and the second one failed.
Okay,
So then
the second one has to subtract a D4 every time. It takes saving throw from attack rolls or saving throws. So
it needs to take 1d4. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's applied. So Bane is applied to it.
Yeah.
Right?
So it should automatically subtract 1d4 each time it does an attack roll. Okay, and then with that, can I still do my movement really quick?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna move further back, staying off the gold and everything. I'm just gonna kind of move back here a little bit. That's the end of my turn.
So you're there, and you do notice, because this was something that you had looked at, the blood patterns start out in this main room, and you see footprints sort of heading towards towards that first room that you were in, and like these drag patterns from the blood, like so that either something dragged them or they crawled their way to where they are.
Okay.
Tempe, you are now up. So to your left, you see a chest. To your right, you see a couple of crates. Straight ahead, you see a chest and some other goodness, a lot of blood, some lava. And behind you are 5 torches burning, and your party on the other side. They're low enough that you can see over the torches, but the 5 of them make a pretty good fire overall.
Awesome. I am going to cast Primeval Awareness.
Okay.
And I don't know how to do it, but as an action, you can expend 1 ranger spell slot to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of you. Or within 6 miles if you're in your favorite terrain. I am not.
And which
doesn't really.
It's a feature, right?
Location. I just want to see if there's a dragon around.
All right, and actually,
That's really super dread.
so you can spend your 1 ranger spell slot 1 minute per level to sense this. So you're gonna do it on a level 1, correct? So you go ahead and do and roll it.
I don't know how to do that. It's not.
All right, I'll do it for you.
Double clicking it and like the roll window isn't popping up.
All right, so you have to use one. So 1 spell slot was used, right? So, Dinjarin, you're a caster. Is it when it says like 404? Does that mean that you have 4 left? Correct?
Yeah. It's the opposite of what you think it should be.
Okay, so you now have 3 level. You have 3 left. And let me go in and remind myself of what exactly you can look. So 1 slot where there aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead are present with him. Yeah. So do me a favor, roll a 1d20, because I want to see if you can because it implies it's binary. Like yes, there are, but roll a 1d20, and the higher you get, the more clarity you'll get on what those beasts or what those things are. So go ahead and roll a 1d20 in your chat window. Pretty solid. So that I'm just checking to see. I have to verify what everything is. No. This is this. All right. So, okay, what you sense is, yeah, solid enough roll. There's definitely some undead in the area, and you get a pretty strong sense that it's, it's not on top of you, but it's, it's within probably 100, 200 feet, somewhere in there. And you get a sense that there's, oh shit. Hold on. Gotta check this guy. And Are these covered? Ah, yeah. So you get a sense that there's both aberrations and undead within sort of 150 to 200 feet. You also get a tingle that something farther away, a dragon, is somewhere within the range of this, right? It doesn't, you can't tell how many, and you can't tell exactly the location, but within the next, within the next mile, is this within a mile? Within a mile is a dragon. At least one. So that's what you get. And that was your action. And honestly, Tempe, I think that was a fantastic use of that feature.
And I'll walk over towards the chest and end my turn.
Awesome. Right. So the ochre jelly is now up. It's surrounded by fire. So it wants to move away from the fire. So it does. It moves 2 slots right through its other brethren because jelly does jelly. It's aimed at Tyros this time and hits you, we hope. I hope.
Tyros is still hidden.
Oh, you're right. So that wouldn't happen. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Does not see me.
Yeah, I need to mark you as hidden. It didn't automatically do that. It used to.
No, it should have a mark on me. Oh, what happened to it? Oh, maybe
How long does it last?
when 2 rounds.
Oh yeah, so you should be hidden. I don't even see it. All right, so just make a note that you're hidden for 2 rounds. So in that
Here,
note, you would not be
I'll apply
targeted.
it.
The person it would see is then Glory, because you are hidden.
Perhaps too well hidden.
But it is right up on you, so like you are right next to this thing. You could
Yeah.
see its gelatinousness doing its thing. So unsurprisingly, it takes its pseudopod, starts to sort of poke out at Glory. Let's just aim its pseudopod at you. Nothing is working now. There it is. Pseudopod, standard roll. And attack.
I love how the.
And it misses.
Oh.
Yeah, so it missed. And that's okay, because Glory, and just as a hint, you should aim the direction you're looking, because right now you are flanked by this.
I'm having a hard time moving my character, so
How about
I
this?
usually.
How's that?
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
So yeah, you are flanked by. Behind you is fake fire, and to the left and in front of you, to the left and the right, are 2 different ochre jellies, neither of which are damaged.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So what are you doing? Your turn's
is it
ticking
my
away.
turn? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. It was my turn.
Yeah.
It's been telling me it's my turn for the past 5 turns.
Oh, has it really?
So, yes. Confused. So, what I kind of have an idea in my head that I want to do, but I want to try to run through the jelly with fire. So, I have a torch, or some I want to have I think I have burning hands or something. Anyways, I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm not right now. So what I want to do is I want to run through the jelly with fire. That's my goal.
You're gonna run through the jelly with fire.
Yeah.
All right.
Fire.
Yeah. So the that's gonna be like super rough terrain. So what is your movement? Your movement is.
I want to go this way.
Okay, whatever you just did just froze everything up.
Oh, see, what I'm talking about. Every time I try to click something, it
Is it frozen for anyone else?
Yep. Frozen for me too.
What did you do? So I know.
I just moved my character from one spot to another to show
Wow.
you like where.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on. This is very broken.
I'm not frozen. I could pretty much do
Oh, can you?
whatever.
Yeah, it definitely froze me, so I'm logging back in.
Yeah, I just got the unresponsive page thing, so.
That's probably coming.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing. They needed a module that just says, "Oh, you're unresponsive," and it just automatically reloads it and logs it in for you because this seems to be part of gameplay now. It's hard to stay in the game when you.
Oh, and by the way, I found my silent. It's called Silent Image. It's a first level illusion, so I do have it. Clicking the wrong one.
Okay, but it was in your thing, right?
Yeah, it was in it. Like I said, I'm having a hard time. So.
All right, I'm logging back in. And so many things going wrong.
Oh.
Correct. Trying again.
I also have a meeting in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna wind up here in just a second. I was gonna try to get it to the bottom of this combat round, but life is not cooperating. It's loading the wall. Is it loaded for anyone else?
Yep. Yeah, I'm back up.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're still going. There we go. So you're going to run. Just long press on the map where you want to run to.
I am. Long press out there.
Okay, so that I'll let you do that. So I need you to roll an acrobatics check for me, and you need to get above a 17 to do this.
What?
Well, you're running through a gelatinous cube, right? So.
Oh,
I thought you got it for a second.
Oh.
So Glory, you make it into the cube, and you're gonna roll fire damage, right?
Yeah.
And how much is that? 1d4? So can you roll a 1d4 for me?
I don't know which one that is. 1d7. Here it is. Okay.
Yeah, 1d4. Just roll that. Awesome. So this gelatinous cube takes 2 points of damage.
And I'm stuck in jelly.
And you are you are stuck in
Stuck in jelly.
I gotta move him for a second so I can click on you again. Let me raise you up in the wait. Okay. Yeah, so you're stuck in jelly. Which makes you prone. So on your next turn, you'll be able to get out if you want to, unless you want to stay in the jelly. But yeah, you're prone. You're not going to suffocate unless you're in there for like 10 rounds or something, right? Because you can hold your breath for about a minute. So you're kind of good to go. Other than that, but you definitely did a little bit of damage to this ochre jelly. And with that note, let's end your turn. Or you want me to do that for you? And it's Tyros' turn. All right, Tyros, you're up. So you see this sort of gelatinous glory inside this ochre jelly. They're not very clear, so it's sort of tough to see. These aren't a gelatinous cube. These are actual jellies. There is one other thing. I'm gonna make sure that you don't have to take damage. Oh yeah, Gloria, I need to do one. So you take 1d6 acid damage. And so how much damage does that give to Glory? That's additional 2. So 2 more damage to put you at 25. Now you would have probably known this, but you didn't want to know much about the jellies when you were started attacking them. But now you've learned that yeah, like they not only can hit you, but they hit you with acid damage. All right, Taros, you're up, and you are hidden, but you're within arm's reach of an ochre jelly. You can move.
Yep.
Without incident. They can't see you, so there's no possible way that they can attack.
I'm going to stay where I am, having watched the events unfold and seeing the one jelly pass through the other and not actually absorb each other. I realize that our plan is not working, or at least not working as we planned. So in this moment, I don't want to lose another moment of opportunity. So I am going to use my firebolt, which is fire damage.
Right.
And I will target this jelly that is right in front of me because I don't want to hit the one that Glory is in.
All right.
So with that, I use my firebolt, and because I'm hidden, I have advantage.
Good thing.
That's a hit. So roll damage. And I also have sneak attack damage because I had advantage on that roll.
Awesome.
So I get another 3d6.
And you see our damage is working. Oh, so yeah, so this ochre jelly splatters everywhere. The good news is you kind of skirt the acid damage, you and Stefanos. Right.
And with that, I'm going to stay where I am because I hope that I had taken this jelly by surprise, and I'm going to remain hidden so that he does not know where any of this damage came from. So
yeah, so he was flanking you. I mean, his back, like his little probe is aimed northeast, so you were behind him. But he does know where the pain came from, so he does spin, but it's, you're already hidden at that point. So you're hidden. Go ahead and end your turn, and it takes us to an ochre jelly.
There we go. Okay.
So again, this ochre jelly, does want to move away from that fire a bit. So it simply moves. 20, 10 feet. There it goes. Ends its turn.
And he did not split in half with any of that fire damage given to him, correct? He's still one gelatinous blob.
Yeah, he's still one, at least right now. So this ochre jelly, doesn't have to roll to attack Glory because she's inside of him. So he just rolls damage on her. And 6 points of damage.
Oh, that is one of the luckiest rolls Glory could have gotten.
Yeah, did it take her down? I don't see it. It didn't. The damage roll, bludgeoning acid. It says she's done. All right, and that ends its turn.
Yeah.
I think. Let me move out of the way so I can make sure. Yeah. So she's targeted. Oh, I have to click it. So I have to click it. There we go. Okay. Moving him back onto Glory because that's where we're at. And it ends its turn, and this leaves us with Stefanos and our last player of the day.
Yep. I'm going to apply Bless to myself, Tyros, and Glory.
All right. Let me move the ochre jelly so you can target her.
Right.
Everyone can use a little blessing.
So,
I love being blessed.
let's target those 3 tokens before yet using the attack. I'm clicking on bless, but it's not Oh, I see. For some reason, I had the jelly targeted.
You have who targeted? Oh, the jelly.
I had a jelly targeted.
You don't want to bless the jelly.
No. Okay, bless is applied.
Awesome. Yeah, so you're all blessed, and so Glory, within that ochre jelly, you're feeling pretty blessed, and you guys start to see that ochre jelly sort of start to like pulse glow, just like the other 2 of you. And you have all of your movement left. Are you staying in the room or are you leaving? And are we still having this problem where you can't drag?
I can't drag my person. But
I don't understand. Okay, so where are you trying to go? Just hard, like long press on where you want to go.
like
Are you trying to go? Are you trying to jump over the torches?
oh, those are torches. No, I'm not. I'm just to the side here.
I'm sorry. Okay, so you're just gonna go to right here. You said.
Yep. Yep.
All right. You have
I'm not
20 feet
thinking.
left. So are you staying in the room?
Actually, I'm gonna try to jump over, and I have to do an athletics check.
Yep, athletics check. And then it's you have another 20 feet. Do you want to go your full 20?
Yep.
All right. So then roll your athletics check.
I gotta jump. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, we're at the end of this anyway, Glory. Cool. So Stamos, roll your athletics check.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're of small stature, but yeah, you guys see Stefano sort of like jump over the fire. No problem, lands unsinged right next to a corpse. Now, Stephanos, as you leave, you think to yourself, like, there was good stuff on those corpses. What are we leaving behind?
Interesting.
All right. And with that, we are done. And I'm going to hit reset initiative so we know that we need to re-roll initiative. So yeah, so when we next play, I'm going to focus on getting this game system running better. B, we're going to roll initiative. And C, no one roll initiative. Hang tight. We'll let you keep that, but like no one else did. I wanted it to be like that, so I know for next time we're gonna start with the rolls. You need to think about what your long game plan is, right? You have 3 ochre jellies, aren't very bright. In a room, they apply acid damage. You notice that like it doesn't take many hits to kill them, but it doesn't take many hits to do damage. You do a lot of damage to them because their AC is very low. They're made of jelly. And what do you think are you going to try to outlive the torches, right? Are you hoping the torches stay lit long enough to keep them in the room? Or sort of what's your longer play here? Glory is under that middle jelly and is prone, so she'll need to use her action to stand up and get out of the jelly on the next turn. But she will start that turn with some acid damage because she's within an acidic ochre jelly. Alrighty. Any questions or comments? What's that?
Fire is what seems to be defeating these guys.
Yeah, I think Dinjarin wanted you guys to roll a nature check and understand like what do we know about the jellies, but you guys like thumbed your nose at that. All of this was knowable, but I will encourage you out of character or out of game. Remember the past, right? Like there was at the top of the round is when you guys strategically plan things, and you can scheme what do you want to know, whatever else. Once you get into your turn, it's going to be a little bit faster. So again, I've been a little bit more lenient, but on turn, like I want this to move a lot faster than it's moving right now.
Yep.
Because you guys should already have a plan, right? So there you go. And on your turn is probably not the time, if you didn't talk about like what you were going to want to know, on your turn is not the time to start rolling nature checks and all of that either, right? Unless something new has happened, in which case I'll totally allow it, right? If there's new information or evidence, I'll let that happen. So yeah, so you guys are sort of scattered throughout the, the vault, some in a room and some outside the room. Pretty interesting. I thought we would get a lot farther than this in this game, but you guys surprised me with your tactics. Did not expect all of the lights and fires and torches, to be perfectly frank. I thought you guys would just make quick work of the jellies as almost a burden, but you surprised me. All right, and I'll try to fix everything that's broken for the next game.
What are you gonna do? Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you all. Always a lot of fun. I'll send a link when this is up. Until the next time on the Smite Force Chronicles.
Bye.